Welcome back. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget, and you're back at the American set experience as we examine the broader scope of sets on the way to Valentine's Day, where we know some sexy statistics may rise up to the peak of pure satisfaction. Have you ever noticed how restrictive we feel in talking about sex so openly and blatantly? It's almost as if you could get a summons, or any kind of sanction really, for just being open for 10 seconds to somebody you just met at a park bench. While there are rules, there are also ways around those rules, and really, talking about your love life to a certain fair extent with a few trustworthy friends, well, that could be freeing and empowering. It could help you discover what you want out of your love life. What more do you seek from your partner, or the partner that you're trying to look for? I'm no expert in getting people to open up about their love lives, let alone their sex lives. So I called in the almighty Oprah. And you know me, I'm kind of restrictive about Oprah magazines. I do carry a fair amount of restraint. If they don't grab me, I don't grab them. Period. But this one grabbed me. When it comes to finding your comfort zone, sometimes it takes stepping out of that comfort zone for you to embrace the whole wide world. A whole wide world that's ripe for forking. You know, spooning and forking. Those two together, as slang in the Urban Dictionary, look them up on your own time. But the focal point of this October 2015 issue is Adventures in Intimacy, Soul-Stirring Stories, Eye-Opening Advice. This issue was picked up for half off $1.49 from Headquarters, unique thrift store in Patterson. And yes, we also have the art of problem solving, 30 pairs of fall's best boots, and a chance to win fabulous beauty products worth over $2,000. Let me just say this. A smile is always the best style. We begin with Oprah's Here We Go welcome letter, opening the dialogue on sets. And if you need more celebrity incentive, I got a fail-safe celebrity crush here. Okay, not here, but hey, if you like Oprah like that, more power to you. I mean right here. Come on. Jennifer Aniston? Yes, she's in an ad for Avito, but you know what? She could be in an ad for National Debt Relief and still give you that girl next door look that just makes you swoon that much more, even beyond her Rachel Green days. I know it makes me swoon. Turning the next page over. It's not within me to highlight Gina Rodriguez, Golden Globe winner for her role as Jane on CW's Jane the Virgin, but I felt compelled to give her a little bit of a shout out sharing some of her favorites. Her favorite Halloween costume, the best advice she got from her father, the best getaway, best shower song, and best workout. And best comfort food, which would be a tuna melt, warm and gooey, giving the illusion of being healthy. Perfect. And for all the others, it's really vodka. Fear only exists between your 2 ears from her dad, Gennaro, a boxing referee, Utuado Puerto Rico, boxing, that connects to her dad, Gennaro. No wonder why she married an MMA fighter named Joe Lucero. And finally, best shower song, which could also double as best sex song, although it's kind of subjective. There are other choices. Like for me, OMG by Usher is my standard, even though I'm single, but Latched by Disclosure featuring Sam Smith is a pretty choice candidate. I recommend you put on the instrumental version for your sounds of your pleasure to carry the night. And without further delay, let's get right into, almost literally, the sensuous woman. Trust us, we never go back to our sexual newbie days. If we learned anything, it's that the most stirring sex life is the one that comes from experience, from having lived. But it's not all toe-curling ecstasy, which is where we come in, to aid you on your continuing erotic journey, eye-opening advice, real-life workarounds, and stories in which you'll find yourself. Toes, get ready. I have a funny feeling it'll be more than just toes curling, and a lot more rising to the occasion. once you get through with this, which is all designed and narrated with good taste and good judgment in mind. The long-form stories themselves are worth highlighting and reading, from A Tray of Hope to Hot for Teacher, from finding a new calling as the sex goddess, from an expat having a sex capade that changed everything, to finding the one truest pleasure in becoming a queer individual, and sexting with a sexpert to help you unleash your inner goddess. But in the interest of time, I wanted to highlight the more quick features in this section, like what's hot and what's not in love lives. What's hot? Police uniforms and rum. Okay, police uniforms, me be in the middle. Not really hot, but not really not either, because the old saying still applies. Women love a man in uniform. And that's my neighbor, by the way. Lonesome, single, tired, sleeping. On the couch, alone. Alright? Don't flag me, please. Not talking about teenagers' homework. Please leave the kids out of this. This is you and your partner. You guys are sharing alone time together. Keep it that way. What's overrated and underrated in the world of sex? Overrated shower sets. All night long. Chocolate sauce. Wedding night. And post-romantic 5-course dinner sets. I can kind of get that one. But what about these? Why are they overrated? They're time-tested, proven effective, so why are we turning a blind eye to them? I mean, what about these underrated sex positions? Go-to sets pre-dawn, nooner. There are other people in the room, mostly clothed, missionary position, and I just hope pregnant sex here means trying to get pregnant, not actually doing it while pregnant. You don't want to go in front of Steve Wilkos, do you?
Did you think about putting your child in danger? Did you not have sex ed class?
Pregnant sex while pregnant. Bad move. This next quick sidebar here is in your dreams. Readers share their sexual fantasies. The more I'm talking about this, the more my lonesome elder neighbor here is pretty much having a dream of his own. You can hear him right now. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Sex in every position depicted on the temples of Kajuharo. I'm draped over a fallen tree trunk. Bottom up. Man, I better tone it down before we really have a climax in here. And not the climax I want. Again, he's by his lonesome. Hot and not hot. Coffee. I could be sipping at my desk to get super excited. Not body jokes. Yeah, if you're too upfront with those, you can get in trouble. This is a guide to having better sex, even though 4 things stand in your way. If you're not in the mood, if you need inspiration, if your partner is kind of vanilla, and if you lose focus and worry about some other things, you can try these solutions here. And of course, they're all pathed out for you, according to which scenario fits your situation the most. If your partner is kind of vanilla, have a romantic movie night. If you lose focus and worry about your body, slide into a warm bubble bath. If you're not in the mood, if you're too tired or stressed, there are other solutions for you here. If you need some inspiration, get yourself a toy or dig into some erotica. Whatever works for you here. And man, oh man, this review just might be the riskiest sounding yet. So if I get flagged for this, you know who to blame. In terms of vibrators and other performance enhancing solutions here, you can find them down here. We have 5 in all. And hopefully you have this on full screen because I'm getting a little bit tired of the background noise here. And finally, words to love by. All readers and staffers share their ultimate sex advice. Find a generous lover, don't do it in a bathtub. Aw man, that reminds me. Monica and Chandler were just a kiss away from doing it in the bathtub before their pals had to come and interrupt them. This was during Mandela's infancy as a couple. No need to hide in the dark. Having the lights on only makes it better. Not every woman needs big round tatas to be hot. Hey! I used to be obsessed with Troy Belisario, and she herself was a proud member of what they call the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. And I still was head over heels for her. Spencer for Pretty Little Liars. Finally, what's hot and not? What's hot? Having him tell me I'm still a vixen in my 60s and getting a text that says come home for a poke. You know who's still a vixen in her 60s? Actually, having just turned 60? Who do you think I'm about to say? Courtney Cox. I've never loved a 60-year-old hottie more. And not when my partner says I like to have adult activity this morning if possible. Yeah, phrased it that way is a little boring. But that's all for that article. Here we have the Let's Eat section. One recipe worth highlighting here, and that would be the entertainer. This is black bread and butter lettuce from Jacques Pepin's Heart and Soul Cookbook. Shout out to Allie Allen, Patterson native, for the donation. I'm giving this 4.5 out of 5 claps. Hopefully this encourages you to start a healthy discourse on healthy intercourse. After all, you are the Emilia Clarke of making your love life a lock. And even though I'm not a woman, even though I do sound like one 90% of the time, this is not a Game of Thrones. It's so much bigger than that. That's the October 2015 issue of Oprah magazine. Let me show you what's under the seats for Thursday. Hey, American Experience really does cover it all, and it just goes to show that anyone can be the John Shaft of learning their craft. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.